right, our final contestant of the evening, please welcome to the stage, Will Najera.
How are you guys doing? It's good. I have some jokes that I'm going to try out. If you guys like them, I'd like you to laugh. If you don't like them, I'd like you to rush the stage and murder me. How's that sound? So football season's back. That's good. Football. You think the Vikings are going to make it this year?
No.
Yeah. What team do you go for? Who said that? Who said no? The Bears. How does a Bears fan know when his sister's on the rag? It's when his dad's dick tastes like blood. Somebody want to explain that joke to this guy? No, I think that I'm born in St. Paul, so if they win, I win. But what do I really win, right? Just right to point and say, yeah, right? Like sports. It's a pacifier for local tribal skirmishes, right? That's where humans are in our evolutionary development, right? Like the reason that you get upset when you watch sports is because your DNA still has it encoded in there that maybe you had some brothers die in that game. It's the Vikings fans, the thing they say is a skull, right? I guess it's kind of LARPy though. It's almost even kind of ethnically LARPy, right? So I think I've come up with a better one, and it goes pillage the village. But whenever I discuss that with people, they get really negative. They're not as ambitious about it as I am, right? They say, "Will, you understand that means that the Vikings they're going to be raping the villagers, right?" It's like, no, it doesn't, you sick fuck, right? Because whenever people make the concepts intrinsic, they call it raping and pillaging, right? That means that the raping occurs independently of the pillaging, right? All I gotta say is, pillage the village, Vikes. I think the worst rapes around would maybe be the ones that happen to animals, right? Because we can't ask them what happened. They have to internalize everything. It's like, what's that, lassie? The farmer down the road had his way with you, but the trouble's already over and it's too late, and no one would believe you anyway because you can't talk. It's terrible. I saw a I saw a announcement that said every species of animal has rape and homosexuality, but only one species has religion and bigotry. I was like, well, how many species have cars? Right? How many species have been to the moon? Right? I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe rape and homosexuality is not the answer. Right? I don't know. I'm open-minded enough to consider that maybe homosexuality is not the answer. I'm pretty sure rape is not the answer, though. But maybe religion is not the answer either. But why would you use that metric to determine that? There's a lot of people who argue against the historical existence of Jesus, right? I don't know. I think that's a bit much. Because there was a lot of people that confirmed that he was real, right? There were tens of people. There were really well-known people that knew him separately from the religion, right? I mean, they at least knew of him, right? And I don't know, Virgil, right? Pliny the Elder. There are people that have confirmed that Jesus of Nazareth was a real person, right? But I think that the Jesus crowd now, thousands of years later, that didn't know him at all, that's the real Jesus crowd there, right? Because, I mean, these guys that saw him, they'll write that he was real, but they're, not as enthusiastic as everybody is every week, right? It's they're not writing things like, hey, this guy's the best, right? You guys should seriously murder continents about this guy, right? That was the people that came later on, right? That was new Nirvana fans, right? They've got this idealization of what they think it was is exists completely separately than what it really was, right? I don't know, I don't know. I called someone and asked them, where are you? And they said, Baskin Robbins. I was like, what does that mean? That you're basking in the stuff that you robbed, or that you're basking in the robbing itself? You're a kleptomaniac. And you don't actually need the stuff, but you just do it for that thrill of stealing it, right? It's no, I used to have a friend. This is actually a true story. I used to hang out with someone who I thought was my friend, right? And every time we go into a store and we leave, like open a jacket, grab something like a DVD or whatever, right? It's like, what the hell's the matter with you? And he gives it to somebody else, like, hey, here you go, right? I don't know, right? It seemed like he just didn't need the stuff and was just getting a thrill out of it. And then it turned out he was an undercover cop, right? He was probably like planting evidence or something. I don't know, right? Because like, I don't know. It's always like some double standard on a false dichotomy, right? Like, if you're getting your nuts bit by a dog and you kill it, it's self-defense. But if it was wearing a vest, now you just murdered an unarmed officer, right? But if a cop goes into your house and kills your dog because it looked at him wrong, right? Well, that thing's got sharp teeth, dude. Those guys got to be careful, right? I don't know, like, is that what you mean that you're Baskin Robbins, or are you just down at the 31 flavors eating some fucking ice cream? Hey, I'm Will, that's my time.
Will Najera! All right, judges, tally your votes. I'll come around to pick things up. And while I am taking care of that, please, everybody, welcome to the stage last month's winner of the Larry Brinkman Award, Whiteboi!
What up? Thanks for coming out. Fuck, this is a long-ass night. Jesus Christ. Forgot all my fucking jokes while I was waiting for all these Hanyakers to hurry the fuck up. I have problems in my house. I have a kid that has tits. Middle school is time when boys start noticing that type of thing. I'm glad these guys left. They weren't laughing at anything. I was watching. Anyway, I don't understand why she can't flush the nastiness. Like, I mean, I get that's how I know when it's that time of the month, but you don't have to leave it in the toilet. I can't imagine that's something that all women do. That's disgusting. I don't care what Luke says. That's fucking gross. Flush that shit. That's just my problems. Okay, so I was thinking, because I listen to music all day long while I'm droning about my pointless existence on this planet. And I have questions when I hear songs. I like to listen to 80s shit because when I was a kid, that song those came out and everybody just hums along to the beat if it's really catchy, but you don't really pay attention to the shit they're saying. Like, if you didn't pay attention to any of Fleetwood Mac, then you wouldn't realize that that chick just picked up a hitchhiker and fucked him, and then got pregnant, and then drove the fuck away. Only to come back later on to let the guy meet his fucking kid, which I think is a total mind fuck. Why would you sing a song about that? Furthermore, why is that in the top 40s? It's a terrible fucking premise. Like, I see Pretty Woman on TV all the time, and then right following after is Beauty and the Beast. Like, oh, you got a movie about a whore, followed by a beautiful family picture. Oh, y'all like that movie? Okay, my bad. No, not that she was over. This is a fucking prostitution thing, and y'all are cool with that during primetime television? Okay, fuck it, whatever. I hate Teen Mom. Yeah. Just because my kid is a teenager now, I'm like, you're just fucking, come on, man, you're promoting this shit. I don't want dicks anywhere near her, let alone she thinks that's how she can get on TV now. I don't subscribe to Teen Mom 2 or Teen Mom OG. I don't know where they found all these loose assholes for this show, but goddamn. How many times do you need to remind me that you can get pregnant as a teenager? 16 and pregnant. In my house, that'd be called foot up my ass. What the fuck is wrong with me? That would be what that's called in my house. I apologize if any of your moms were 16 when they had you. I'm not trying to offend. I'm just saying I don't want my kid fucking. Disney Channel's kind of pushing that shit though. Like, I noticed that, like, not Disney Channel character, they fucking, but like they push that shit through boyfriend, girlfriend, and first kisses and all that shit. I'm like, aren't these people supposed to be beating each other over the head with bricks and shit and surviving it? Where the fuck happened to the coyote and the roadrunner? That was like everybody wants a fucking boyfriend. What the fuck is happening? Music, that's what we were talking about. I don't know how I got. Okay, like Hall & Oates. What the fuck couldn't he go for? He could go for. He said he would do anything in a really. I can't do the song because I don't sing that high of an octave. But he says I would do almost anything. He changes it. He said I would do anything at first, but then almost anything. And I want to know what that one thing was. I want to interview the motherfucker. Be like, I know Daryl Hall or John Oates, whichever one of you wrote this shit. What was it you wouldn't let her do? What if it was like something like stupid, like putting mayonnaise on the sandwich? Like, I'll do anything. You can fuck me in the ass, just don't put mayonnaise on my sandwich. It's fucking disgusting. It's nasty. It's just whipped up fucking eggs. It's fucking gross. That's a new one. I didn't know if that'd go over. Okay. My favorite, though, is that ballroom blitz. That ballroom blitz. Like the girl in the corner saying, boy, I want to warn you. It might turn into a ballroom blitz. But, bitch, what song are you in? You realize the guy in the back already said everybody attack. In the chorus, it was already like lightning. Everybody was already fighting. So who the fuck are you warning? Running around in a fucking bar room, bro. Hey, it's gonna be a blitz. Yeah, no, bitch. Somebody just punched me in the eye. Shut the fuck up. The reason I like that is because it's a sweet joke. You just laugh because I've done it before. But in a new crowd, that'll go right over their head like that used to go over everybody. For those of you not laughing, Sweet wrote that joke. They didn't write the joke, they wrote the song the joke is about. Still don't. Okay, I thought about this earlier, and I can't say anything about squirting because now I feel bad that Gina does it, and I'm making fun of her. But the dildos that are shaped like this, or like this, I'm not. Yes. This isn't that joke, but yeah, I'm not in the hundreds, but I've been around a few times, and I've never had anybody ask me to stick my fist inside of me.
Wow.
Furthermore, I don't know if that shit could happen. But there are dildos shaped like this. I was researching. I didn't buy it. I was researching. I'm just saying it's fucking weird. But I don't want to say weird because I don't want to judge your lifestyle. I already called it squirting weird and gross, and then Gina's like, I ain't squirting. Fuck. Can't tell that joke here anymore. Where's my book? Okay. I've added to something that I've been doing here for a while, and I don't know all the words yet, so I need my book. A lot of you all have heard the song that I've written for my daughter, right? Yep. Not this side of the room. Okay, I'm going to catch y'all up. I wrote a song for my daughter. Generally, I'm going to fuck around with you, tell you I don't know how to play this. But I do sit around the house because I'm trying to get her to shut the fuck up. And the best way to do it is play whatever music I'm playing and she walks away. But before that, I've already fucked up my chance to throw in my lead joke. I like my women like I like my ooks. Short, curvy, don't mind having my hand around their throat. Sexually speaking. Okay, now that I got that back in there, I'm not being judged for this, so fuck it, whatever. So, I wrote a song for my daughter, and it goes like this. Hang on, fuck that. I'm sitting down, because it's easier to hold this. Now I know how you Oompa Loompas feel. I wrote a song about it, like the hit, here it goes. Always love doing it. All right, well, I don't need the words yet, so I'm just going to do this. Okay, this is my song for my daughter. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's all the words. What happens when you have a 13-year-old daughter who watches YouTube exclusively is like she shares all her shit with you. You don't care. I don't care. Like, you're oversharing. I thought she was talking about her friends. Like, hey, such and such's birthday is this day. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, what you going to get him? She's like, I don't know. Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, it's a YouTuber. I'm like, why would you think I give a fuck? Why would you talk to me about that? That's like me coming to you and saying, hey, man, I don't think that they should have done Incredible Hulk like that. I don't think the Green Hulk should have been Professor Hulk. If you're gonna have a talking Hulk, it has to be a Gray Hulk, because that's Joe Fixit. He's the first mob boss or anything. So why the fuck do you have a Green Hulk with glasses and shit with Mark Ruffalo fucking appeal? That's not what Gray Hulk was. Get the fuck out of here. I don't talk to you about that, do I? So can you please get the fuck out? So I play the song for her, and the problem with telling a kid to shut the fuck up is it's incredibly rude. And I have a little bit more respect for her than that, so I try to play that song, but I just telepathically put the words into her brain. And it never works. So I got some words. Because I was sitting around the house and I didn't have anything better to do, but I can't remember them even though it's only 4 lines of a verse, so I'm just going to try this. Okay. Stay.
Need a human music stand?
No, not yet. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm joking. Clean up your room. Take out the trash. Throw that away. Go wash your ass. Do what I say. With no talk back. Back in the day, you'd have got slapped. Brush your teeth. Please go. I don't have any more. I'm working it out. It'll be better. All right, I don't have a real strong way to finish. Like, I competed last week, and I got made fun of because I left before anybody told me that I won. But here's the thing, if you feel like you had a shitty set because nobody laughed at you, you don't expect to win a competition with it. So I do what I always do when I feel like I did shitty, and I went home. And then I got a text from Nate saying, hey, I won. And I was like, that's weird, because how can the host win? And then I got the correct that said, you. Like, oh, how the fuck did that work? Because nobody laughs. And then later on, they're like, oh, well, you just don't notice they're laughing because you're in the zone. I'm like, no, man, that set sucked. But in honor of Larry Brinkman, y'all don't know who Larry is, do you? Like back in the day, we had this old fucker named Larry Brinkman. They used to come in and steal other people's jokes and then try to make us laugh with him, but we loved him because he was old and he kept trying, and he even though he had fucking shitty brakes on his car, he still came in. And I remember my favorite joke that I ever said when Larry was in the room right before he died. I said, Larry's so old, he still got the receipt for the first slave he ever bought. And the next week, he came back with a retort for that joke. But the problem with that was none of the audience heard the first joke. So he comes in, he goes, hey, Whiteboi, I found that receipt. And the whole crowd's like. Finally, I explained my joke, and then he got a laugh too. So it was his first original joke. All right, that's all I got. Thank y'all for coming out.